So yesterday I started with the concepts of parallelism. So we'll complete those concepts first and then we'll discuss something more. Clear? Now as I said yesterday, parallelism, I'll just repeat it for you, the concepts we discussed yesterday, and then we'll discuss something more in that. So as I said, parallelism means if there is more than one idea in a sentence, all the ideas must have equal importance. That means all the ideas must be expressed in a similar manner. That is termed as parallelism. Clear? Now as we discussed yesterday, the very first concept in parallelism is gerund. Gerund is, as you know, verb plus ing, verb plus ing acting as a noun. That means if one idea is in the ing form, all the other ideas must also be in the ing form, right? That is the very first concept. I gave some examples as well, right? Second concept is infinitive. Means it is to plus verb, right? So if one idea is in the infinitive form, all the other ideas must also be in the infinitive form. That's the second concept in parallelism, right? Third concept is single word. As I said yesterday, if one idea is a single word, all the other ideas must also be single words, right? Similarly, part of speech, part of speech. So these two concepts must be taken together. Now, yesterday I have taken you through some parts of speech like pronoun, noun, pronoun, adjective, adverb, etc. So these two concepts must be taken together. If one idea is a single word, as I said, all the other ideas must also be single words. And if an idea is a single word, we have to look for the part of speech as well. Because parts of speech are for words, right? That means if one idea is a single word, and if it is a noun, all the other ideas must also be single words and they must also be nouns. Similarly, if one idea is a single word and if it is an adjective, all the other ideas must also be single words and they must also be adjectives. So these two concepts must be taken together, single word and part of speech. Clear? Then the fifth concept is clause. Yesterday I have told you what a clause is in fact. Clear? A clause is a part of a sentence containing a subject and a predicate. A part of a sentence containing a subject and a predicate is termed as a clause. And clause matters in the case of long sentences. Clear? So clause, as I said, is a part of a sentence containing a subject and a predicate. That means if one idea is a clause, all the other ideas must also be clauses. That means if one idea contains a subject and a predicate, all the other ideas must also contain subjects and predicates. Clear? Yesterday I did not give you an example based on this. Today I'll go for an example, right? Sixth concept is tense consistency. As you all know, tense consistency. Tense consistency means if one idea is in the present tense, all the other ideas must also be in the present tense. Clear? Similarly, if one idea is in the past tense, all the other ideas must also be in the past tense. If one idea is in the future tense, same is the case, all the other ideas must also be in the future tense. That is what is meant by tense consistency. Clear? Now the last concept in parallelism is voice. As I said, active voice and passive voice. I'll tell you what it is. Active voice, passive voice. Clear? Now, if you remember, as we discussed yesterday, punctuation marks and conjunctions tell us about the number of clauses in a sentence. Clear? Punctuation marks and conjunctions tell us about the number of clauses in a sentence. Clear? Now, these three concepts must be taken together. Clause, tense consistency, and voice must be taken together. That means if one idea is a clause, means if one idea contains a subject and a predicate, you need to look for tense consistency as well as voice. So these three concepts must be taken together. Clear? Now come to the last one, voice. As I said, active voice and passive voice. Clear? If I had a statement like, he throws the ball. He throws the ball, right? Now this sentence is in which tense and which category? As I have told you the categories of every tense. So, present tense, past tense, future tense can be divided into 4 categories like simple, continuous, perfect, perfect continuous. and each and every category has got its own structure. Yesterday we discussed the structures in detail, in fact. Clear? So what is the tense and category of this sentence? He throws the ball. As I said, when you take a sentence, you just write down the order of the sentence and compare that order with the structure. So if we compare the order of a sentence with the structure that we discussed yesterday, you can easily identify the tense and the category of every sentence. Clear? He throws the ball. What subject here? He is the subject, right? Just write down the order. He is the subject. Plus, throws is the verb. Throws is V1 or V2 or V3. Throw and throws, both are V1. The only thing is, the only difference is, throw is plural, whereas throws is singular, as you know. Clear? What is the V2 of throw? Threw. V3 is thrown. It's like throw, threw, thrown. Clear? So subject is he, plus throws is the verb here, which is in the V1 form. That means in this sentence is in the order subject plus V1. And subject plus V1 is the rule of which category? Subject plus V1 is the rule of simple present tense. Clear? So this sentence is in the order subject plus V1, and the rule of simple present tense is subject plus V1. So I can say this sentence is in the simple present tense. Clear? Now, he throws the ball. This sentence is in the active voice or passive voice. He throws the ball is in the active voice or passive voice. Now, a sentence can be termed as a sentence in the active voice if the order of the sentence is subject, verb, object. If a sentence is in the order subject, verb, object, then that sentence is in the active voice. Clear? Come to this now. He throws the ball. What subject out here? The subject in this sentence is he, right? Verb is throws. Object, ball. You know what a subject is, what an object is. The doer is termed as a subject, whereas the receiver is termed as the object. Clear? Fine. So he is a subject, throws is a verb, the ball is the object. That means this sentence is in the order subject, verb, object. As I said, if a sentence is in the order subject, verb, object, then that particular sentence is in the active voice. Clear? So this sentence is in the order subject, verb, object. So I can say this sentence is in the active voice. Clear? Now if active voice is subject, verb, object, what will be passive voice? I mean, what will be the order of the sentence in passive voice? If active voice is subject, verb, object, passive voice will be object, verb, subject. That means if a sentence is in the order object, verb, subject, then that sentence is termed as one in the passive voice. Clear? Now the thing is, the rule is this. When you convert a sentence from active voice to passive voice, or from passive voice to active voice, the tense and the category should remain the same. The tense and the category should not change while converting sentences from active to passive or from passive to active. Clear? Now here, as I said, passive voice is object, verb, subject. Come to the same sentence. He throws the ball. This sentence is in the active voice. The order is this. And this sentence is in the simple present tense. So when you convert this sentence into the passive voice also, it must be in the simple present tense. Clear? The tense and the category should not change, as I said, while transferring or transforming sentences from one voice to the other. So this sentence is in the simple present tense. When we make it in the passive voice also, it must be in the simple present tense. Clear? Passive voice order is object, verb, subject. Object must come first. What is the object out here? The ball is the object. So this sentence in the passive voice becomes, the ball is thrown by him. The ball is thrown by him. The object is ball, comes first. Verb is thrown, comes second. Subject is him, comes third. So this sentence is in the order object, verb, subject. So I can say this sentence is in the passive voice. Clear? As I said, while transforming sentences from one voice to the other, the tense and the category should remain the same. Clear? Here it was simple present tense. So this sentence must also be in the simple present tense itself. Clear? Now tell me, the ball is thrown by him. is this sentence is in the simple present tense? The ball is thrown by him. Is this sentence in the simple present tense? Fine. Is this sentence in the present tense? This sentence is of course in the present tense because is comes only in the present tense. Is comes only in the present tense. So this sentence is in the present tense. So it should be one of the categories of present tense. I mean, either it should be simple present or present continuous or present perfect or present perfect continuous. Clear? Fine. Now, as I said, don't get stuck with options. Keep eliminating options. Clear? Based on the concepts or the rules. The ball is thrown by him. Anyways, this sentence is in the present tense. Is this sentence in the present continuous tense? It is not present continuous because continuous means ing must be there. Is there any ing out here? No. So this sentence is not in the present continuous tense. Yes, so it cannot be in the present perfect continuous tense also. So not present continuous, not present perfect continuous because ing is not there. Clear? Now we have only two categories left. One is simple present and the other one is present perfect. Clear? What is the rule of present perfect? The rule of present perfect tense is subject plus has or have plus V3. As I told you yesterday, when you think of present perfect, think of has or have. And as it is perfect, V3 must appear. Clear? Fine. Come to this sentence. In this sentence, do we have has or have? No. Has or have is not there. So it cannot be in the perfect tense also. So only one category is left now. That is simple present tense. So this sentence is in the simple present tense. Hope you got it. Clear? Right. If I see a statement like, if I make it this way, he has thrown the ball. He has thrown the ball. Active voice or passive voice? He has thrown the ball. Subject is he, comes first. Verb is has thrown, comes second. Object is ball. So this sentence is in the order subject, verb, object. So this sentence is in the active voice. Clear? What is the tense and category of this sentence? He has thrown the ball. What is the tense and category of this sentence? Is it present tense or past tense or future tense? This sentence is in the present tense because has comes only in the present tense. Clear? Has comes only in the present tense. So this sentence is in the present tense. So it should be one of the categories of present tense. As you know, it should be either simple present or present continuous or present perfect or present perfect continuous. Clear? Fine. Now find out which category. Just write down the order of the sentence. He is the subject plus has is a main verb or auxiliary verb here? Has is an auxiliary verb here because we have a main verb after has. I gave the rule in detail in fact. If there is a main verb after has, have or had, then they are termed as auxiliary verbs. Clear? So in this sentence, has is an auxiliary verb. So subject plus has plus thrown. Thrown is V1 or V2 or V3. Throw is V1, throw is V2, thrown is V3. So this sentence is in the order subject plus has plus V3. And subject plus has plus V3 is the rule of which category? Present perfect. So this sentence is in the present perfect tense and it is in the active voice. Clear? So when you convert this sentence into the passive voice also, the tense and category should remain the same. Means when you convert that sentence into the passive voice, the tense and category must be present perfect. Clear? Now the rule is this. You may take down. The rule. Then I'll give you the passive voice of that particular sentence. Clear? The rule is this. When you convert a perfect sentence from active to passive, a perfect sentence means it can be present perfect or past perfect or future perfect. Clear? When you convert a perfect sentence from active to passive, use been, B-E-E-N. This is the rule. While converting a perfect sentence, can be present perfect, past perfect or future perfect. While converting a perfect sentence from active to passive, we have to use been. Actually, it's not pronounced as been, pronounced as been. So this is the rule. Clear? Fine. Now come to passive voice. He has thrown the ball. It is present perfect. So in passive voice also it must be present perfect, and we have to use been out here. Clear? So this sentence becomes, the ball has been thrown by him. The ball has been thrown by him. The ball is the object, comes first. Has been thrown is the verb, comes second. Him is the subject, comes third. So this sentence is in the order object, verb, subject. So this sentence is in the passive voice. Clear? Now we have to make sure that it is in the present perfect tense, because in active voice it was in the present perfect tense. Clear? Fine. The ball has been thrown by him. Anyways, this sentence is in the present tense, because has comes only in the present tense. Clear? So this sentence must be in the present tense. There is no ing here. So it cannot be present continuous. It cannot be present perfect continuous. So now we have only two categories left. So two categories. One is simple present and the other one is present perfect. Clear? Has is a main verb or auxiliary verb here. Has is an auxiliary verb here because we have a main verb after has. So this sentence is in the order has plus been. I told you, when you convert a perfect sentence from active to passive, we have to go for been. Has plus been is anyways there. Thrown. Thrown is V1 or V2 or V3? V3. So this sentence is in the order has plus V3. So this sentence is in the present perfect tense. Clear? Has plus V3 comes in the present perfect tense. So I can say this sentence is in the present perfect tense. Hope you got it. Clear? If I see a statement like, he is throwing the ball. He is throwing the ball. Tense and category. Just write down the order. He is the subject. Plus. Is a verb. Plus. Throwing is V1 plus ing. So this sentence is in the order subject plus is plus V1 plus ing. Subject plus is plus V1 plus ing is a rule of which category? That is the structure of present continuous tense. So this sentence is in the present continuous tense because it is in the order subject plus is plus V1 plus ing. Clear? Active voice or passive voice? Active voice. Because he is the subject, comes first. Is throwing is a verb, comes second. Ball is the object, comes third. So this sentence is in the order subject, verb, object. So I can say this sentence is in the active voice. And it is in the present continuous tense. Clear? So when you make it in the passive voice also, it must be in the present continuous tense. Because the tense and the category should not change. Clear? Now the rule is this. You may take down the rule. Then I'll give you this sentence in the passive voice. The rule is this. When you convert a continuous sentence means it can be present continuous, or past continuous, or future continuous. Clear? While converting a continuous sentence from active to passive, use being. B-E-I-N-G. Right? While converting a continuous sentence, present continuous, past continuous, future continuous, doesn't matter. While converting a continuous sentence from active to passive, use being. Clear? While converting a perfect sentence from active to passive, use been, B-E-E-N. Whereas, while converting a continuous sentence from active to passive, use being. Clear? Fine. Now come to the same sentence. He is throwing the ball. Present continuous tense, active voice. So in passive voice also it must be, as I said, present continuous tense. Clear? Fine. Active voice, passive voice order is object, verb, subject. Clear? Fine. The object is ball. So this sentence in the passive voice becomes, the ball is being thrown by him. The ball is being thrown by him. Clear? The ball is being thrown by him. The ball is the object, comes first. Is being thrown is a verb, comes second. Him is the subject, comes third. So this sentence is in the order object, verb, subject. So I can say this sentence is in the passive voice. Clear? Now we need to make sure that this sentence is in the present continuous tense itself. The tense and category should not change. Clear? Come to this one. Is comes only in the present tense. So it should be one of the categories of present tense. Clear? Fine. Then ing is there. So it cannot be simple present. Because in simple present tense, ing will not come. Right? Because simple present tense rule is subject plus V1. Right? So ing will not come in simple present tense. So it is not simple present tense. Clear? Fine. Is it present perfect? Is this sentence in the present perfect tense? What is the rule of present perfect tense? Subject plus has or have plus V3. I told you, when you think of present perfect, you have to think of has or have. Is there any has or have in this sentence? No. So it cannot be present perfect. So it can never be present perfect continuous also. Clear? Has or have is not there, so it cannot be present perfect. It cannot be present perfect continuous also. And ing is there. As I told you, ing will not come in simple present tense. Because the rule is subject plus V1. So it is not simple present. It is not present perfect. It is not present perfect continuous. So only one category is left. What is that? Present continuous. Clear? Is there. Plus being is V1 plus ing. Being is V1 plus ing. So is plus V1 plus ing comes in which category? Is plus V1 plus ing comes in present continuous tense. So I can say this sentence is in the present continuous tense. Clear? As I said, don't get stuck with any category. Keep eliminating options based on the rules of each and every category. Clear? So I can say this sentence is in the present continuous tense. I repeat, while converting a perfect sentence from active to passive, use been. Whereas while converting a continuous sentence from active to passive, use being. And while transforming sentences from active to passive or from passive to active, the tense and the category should remain the same. Clear? Fine. So the last concept in parallelism is voice. As I said, if one idea is in the active voice, all the other ideas must also be in the active voice. Similarly, it comes in the case of long sentences only. Clear? If one idea is in the passive voice, all the other ideas must also be in the passive voice. So these three concepts must be taken together. Clause, tense consistency, and voice must be taken together. I'll give you an example based on these three concepts. Clear? Right. You may take down this sentence, right? I will go to the library tomorrow, comma. I repeat, punctuation marks and conjunctions tell us about the number of clauses in a sentence. Clear? Fine. I will go to the library tomorrow, comma. Has returned the book that is 5 days overdue, comma, and has returned the book that is 5 days overdue and apologized for holding it up. Full stop. This is a long sentence. I will go to the library tomorrow, comma, has returned the book that is 5 days overdue and apologized for holding it up. Clear? So this is a long sentence. Fine. Now, in this sentence, there are three ideas shown by the comma and the conjunction and. Clear? Comma is here, and is here. Fine. So I will go to the library tomorrow is one idea. Right? Has returned the book that is 5 days overdue is another idea. First idea, second idea. And is a conjunction, right? Apologized for holding it up, full stop. That is the third idea. So this sentence contains three ideas. Clear? And the three ideas are not single words. This idea is not a single word. Second idea is also not a single word. Third idea is also not a single word. So you just forget about this concept. Clear? Similarly, forget about part of speech also. I told you these two concepts must be taken together. Single word and parts of speech. Because parts of speech are for words. Clear? Fine. So these two concepts are gone. Come to this one, infinitive. Is there any infinitive out here? There is no infinitive in this sentence. So forget about this concept also. Clear? Then gerund. Is there any gerund out here in this sentence? There's no gerund in this sentence, so forget about this concept as well. Now, we're going to focus only on three concepts to know whether this sentence is correct or not. The three concepts are clause, tense consistency, and voice. As I said, these three concepts must be taken together. Clear? Fine. Now, tell me, do we have tense consistency in this sentence? Do we have tense consistency in this sentence? As I told you, tense consistency means if one idea is in the present tense, all there is must also be in the present tense. Past, same thing. Future, also same thing. Clear? Come to the first idea. I will go to the library tomorrow. The first idea is in the future tense. So the first idea is in the future tense. All the other ideas must also be in the future tense. Clear? Fine. Come to the second idea. Has returned. Has returned is which tense? Has comes in which tense? Has comes in the present tense. The second idea is in the present tense. Clear? Fine. Has returned the book that is 5 days overdue and apologized. Apologized is which tense? Past tense. So here in this sentence we don't have tense consistency because the first idea is in the future tense, second idea is in the present tense, third idea is in the past tense. There is no tense consistency at all. Clear? So here the first idea is in the future tense. So the other two ideas must also be in the future tense. Clear? Can you please think for a while as to how to make this sentence correct? I will go to the library tomorrow. Return the book. Return the book is same as I will return the book. I will go to the library tomorrow, comma, return the book. As I said, return the book is same as I will return the book. There is no need for me to repeat I will in front of the second idea. Clear? Return the book that is 5 days overdue and apologize or apologized. And apologize. Apologize is same as I will apologize. Apologize is same as I will apologize. So there's no need for me to repeat I will in front of the third idea also. Because in front of the third idea as well, I will is understood. Apologize for holding it up. Clear? Now there is tense consistency. All the three ideas are in the future tense. I will go to the library tomorrow. Future tense. Return the book is same as I will return the book. I will is understood there. Future tense. Return the book that is 5 days overdue. And apologize. Apologize is same as I will apologize. I will is understood here. Apologize for holding it up. So now tense consistency is fine. Clear? We'll look for two more concepts now. Clause and voice. I told you a clause is a part of a sentence containing a subject and a predicate. So if one idea is a clause, all the other ideas must also be clauses. That means if one idea contains a subject and a predicate, all the other ideas must also contain subjects and predicates. Clear? Fine. Come to the first idea now. I will go to the library tomorrow. I told you subject and objects. Subject and object will only be nouns or pronouns. I will go to the library tomorrow. Subject. Subject is I. Object. Library. Clear? Predicate. As you know, what is said about the subject is called the predicate. We discussed yesterday in fact. Clear? I is a subject. What is the predicate here? Will go to the library tomorrow is the predicate. So this is a part of a sentence containing a subject and a predicate. So I can say this is a clause. Clear? So here the first idea is a clause. So all the other ideas must also be clauses. Come to the second one. Return the book that is 5 days overdue. Return is same as I will return the book. Subject. I is the subject. Fine. Object. Book is the object. Predicate. Will return the book that is 5 days overdue is the predicate. So this is also a part of a sentence containing a subject and a predicate. So I can say this can also be termed as a clause. Fine. Come to the last one. And apologize for holding it up. Apologize is same as I will apologize. Subject is I. Clear? Object. Apologize for holding it up. It is a pronoun referring to the book. So it is the object here. Predicate. Apologize for holding it up. So this is also a part of a sentence containing a subject and a predicate. So I can say this can also be termed as a clause. So here three ideas are there, and all the three ideas are clauses. That means all the three ideas contain subjects and predicates. Clear? So this concept is also fine. Now we have to look for one more concept. What is that? Voice. Actually, take these three concepts together. If one is an active voice, all the others must also be in the active voice. Passive voice, same is the case. Clear? Fine. Come to the first idea now. I will go to the library tomorrow. Active voice is subject, verb, object. Passive voice is object, verb, subject. Clear? I will go to the library tomorrow. Subject is I. Comes first. Verb is will go. Comes second. Sorry. Verb is will go. Comes second. Object is library. Comes third. So first idea is in the order subject, verb, object. So I can say this idea is in the active voice. Because order is subject, verb, object. So here the first idea is in the active voice. So all the other ideas must also be in the active voice itself. Clear? Fine. Come to the second idea. Return the book that is 5 days overdue. Subject. Subject is I. Understood. Verb is will return. Object is book. So this idea is also in the order subject, verb, object. So I can say this idea is also in the active voice. Clear? Similarly, apologize for holding it up. Subject is I. Understood. Comes first. Verb is will apologize. Comes second. And object is it. Comes third. So this sentence is also in the order, this idea is also in the order subject, verb, object. So I can say this idea is also in the active voice. Clear? So in this particular sentence, clause is fine. Tense consistency is fine. Voice is also fine. So I can say this sentence is grammatically correct. Clear? So the concepts of clause, tense consistency and voice must be taken together. Got it? So these are the 7 concepts to be kept in mind while looking for errors based on parallelism. Gerund, infinitive, single word, part of speech, these two must be taken together. Clause, tense consistency and voice, these 3 must be taken together. Hope you got it. So these are 7 concepts in parallelism. Fine? Right. I'll give you one more example. I rub this part. What about this sentence? He believed that, but take down, he believed that the judge would ask him to present the case, would ask him to present the case, comma, that the jury would listen to his speech, that the jury means a panel of judges, a group of judges, that the jury would listen to his speech and that questions would be raised by the prosecutor. And that questions would be raised by the prosecutor. Clear? He believed that the judge would ask him to present the case, that the jury would listen to his speech, and that questions would be raised by the prosecutor. Fine. Now this is a long sentence, right? Now tell me, while looking for an error based on parallelism, which concepts should we apply onto this particular sentence? It's a very long sentence. Clear? We'll start eliminating some concepts. Now, there are three ideas here, shown by the punctuation mark and conjunction. He believed that the judge would ask him to present the case, comma. So this is the first idea, the whole thing. Clear? That the jury would listen to his speech, second idea, because and is a conjunction. And the third idea is that questions would be raised by the prosecutor. Clear? So there are three ideas out here. And the three ideas are not single words. All the three ideas are clauses. Clear? Fine. Now here, the first idea is not a single word. So this concept is eliminated. So eliminate part of speech as well. So these two are gone. Right? Fine. Come to infinitive. Is there any infinitive out here in this sentence? There is no infinitive here. So forget about this concept as well. Gerund. Is there any gerund out here? No gerund. So forget about this as well. Now we need to focus only on three concepts: clause, tense consistency, and voice. Clear? Fine. Come to the first idea. He believed that the judge would ask him to present the case. That is a clause. That the jury would listen to his speech. That is also a clause. And the questions would be raised by the prosecutor. That is also a clause. So this concept is fine. Clear? Come to the second one, tense consistency. Come to the first idea. He believed that the jury would ask him to present the case. Fine. Would is the past tense of will. The jury would listen to his speech. Same thing. Would is the past tense of will. And the questions would be raised by the prosecutor. Same thing. So tense consistency is also fine here. Clear? Now we have one more concept left. That is voice. Clear? Come to the first one. He believed that the judge would ask him to present the case. Active voice or passive voice? The judge is the subject. Comes first. Would ask is a verb. Comes second. Him is the object. Comes third. So this idea is in the order subject, verb, object. That means this idea is in the active voice. Clear? So first idea is in the active voice. So all the other ideas must also be in the active voice. Come to the second idea. The jury would listen to his speech. Jury is the subject. Comes first. Would listen is the verb. Comes second. To his speech is the object. Comes third. So the second idea is also in the order subject, verb, object. I mean, second idea is also in the active voice. So first idea is in the active voice. Second idea is also in the active voice. Clear? Fine. Now come to the third idea. And that questions would be raised by the prosecutor. I told you, by comes only in the passive voice, followed by the subject. By comes in the passive voice, followed by the subject. Now here, the second idea is in the active voice or passive voice. That questions would be raised by the prosecutor. Questions, subject or object? Object comes first. Would be raised is a verb, comes second. By the prosecutor, prosecutor is a subject, comes third. So third idea is in the order object, verb, subject. That means the third idea is in the passive voice. Right? So first two ideas are in the active voice, whereas the third idea is in the passive voice. So in this sentence, there is no parallelism. So this sentence is grammatically wrong. The first two ideas are in the active voice. So the last idea must also be in the active voice. Anyways, clause is fine. Tense consistency is fine. We have error based on only one concept, that is voice. Clear? So this sentence, in this sentence, there is no parallelism. So this sentence is grammatically wrong. Clear? Now, how can this sentence be made correct? For us to make this sentence correct, the third idea must also be in the active voice. Then only this sentence will be grammatically fine. Because the first two ideas are in the active voice, third idea must also be in the active voice. Clear? Fine. Think for a while. How can you make it fine? The questions would be raised by the prosecutor. The prosecutor is the subject, must come first. Then verb, then object. So the correct sentence would be like this. He believed that the judge would ask him to present the case, the jury would listen to his speech, and that the prosecutor would ask him questions. And the prosecutor would ask him, I'm not changing the meaning of it, would raise questions. And that the prosecutor would raise questions. Now come to the third idea. The prosecutor would raise questions. Subject is the prosecutor, comes first. Verb is would raise, comes second. And object is questions, comes third. So now the third idea is in the order subject, verb, object. So that is also in the active voice. Now this concept is also fine. Clause is fine. All the three ideas are clauses. Tense consistency is fine. All the three ideas are the same tense. Voice is also fine. All the three ideas are in the active voice. Now I can say there is parallelism in this sentence, and this sentence now is grammatically fine. Clear? So this is the concept of parallelism. Fine? So when you look for sentences in sentence correction, think about the concept of parallelism, right? All the ideas in a particular sentence must have equal importance. That means they must be expressed in a similar manner. Think about gerund, infinitive, single word, part of speech, clause, tense consistency, and voice. So these are 7 concepts that need to be taken care of in parallelism. Hope you got it. Clear? So this is a concept of parallelism, right? Now yesterday I received some questions like differences between present perfect, present continuous, present perfect continuous, etc. I told you the situations when to use present perfect, simple past, etc. Perfect continuous, past perfect, and all these things. Clear? Now I'll give you a sentence. You must write that particular sentence. You must try writing that particular sentence in all the categories of all the tenses. Clear? Some options may seem to be incorrect, but just go by the structures we discussed. Clear? Right. I'll rub this anyways. Hope it's clear for you. Right? Fine. Write a statement like, okay, we'll take a 5-minute break and then we'll come back.